In this video, we are going to talk about the common problems we encounter against unpleasant people in an organization we are in, and also how to deal with them to avoid distress, which is majority of them oftentimes at your workplace. And perhaps, you hate to say, it leaves me no choice but to live with them and play the games. The best way is to work hard on your side hustle or bigger plans so you can get out of that 9-to-5 job. So you do not have to deal with these kind of people. But if you do not have any choice at all, but need to work yourself in a rat race life, well, this video is for you. Because, whether you like it or not, you might gonna find yourself encounters one or more of these kind within your organization. So, for your mental health concerns, it is important to be aware of these people and know how to deal with these kinds of people, which we call narcissists. Narcissist is a self-centered personality style. Believe they are superior to others, and can only spend time with or be understood by equally special people. Be critical of and look down on people they feel are not important. Expect special favors and expect other people to do what they want without questioning them. Taking advantage of others to get what they want. Dealing with a narcissist in your life, you know how draining this can be. So here, we're going to talk about the common mind games that narcissists play on you and how to outsmart them. Number 1. Stonewalling. One of the most common methods narcissists do to refuse to communicate in order to punish their victim. It is an act of unresponsiveness, uncooperativeness by ignoring what the other person is saying. They change the subject to avoid an uncomfortable topic. Storming off without a word. Coming up with reasons not to talk, refusing to answer questions, and making accusations rather than talking about the current problem. How to outsmart them. There is a counter method called gray rocking. This is to act as unresponsive when interacting with narcissists, to divert a toxic person's behavior. Play it as safe as possible. Don't let them find a spot to use against you. Just play within a tolerance way. Play the games by letting them taste their own medicine. Don't overdo it in a way that you are becoming the antagonist in the eyes of others. Do not let that happen, because that's exactly what they want to happen. Sometimes you're giving more patience for the sake of a peaceful environment. Well, in dealing with narcissists, forget about that peaceful environment. Be comfortable in an uncomfortable atmosphere. Since it is their choice to have an uncomfortable atmosphere for making a fuss out of petty things. If he or she is your colleague or superior, just remember, it's all in a day's work after all. Just look at the bright side. You'll get your paycheck afterwards, and you'll be back on your feet again. Number 2. Gaslighting. A common method in way that they're using denial, lying, misinformation, and contradiction to make you doubt your sanity, memory, and perception. They use reverse psychology, like, no, that's not what I said. What I said was, what I told you was. And another reverse psychology, they say, so you are saying you did this and this. They accuse you for something you did not say. If you fell for that trap, you'll find yourself lost in that mind game battle. How to outsmart them. If the narcissist was just anybody else, just disengage and walk away. Usually in an argument, the one who is questioning is the dominant, and the one who answers the questions loses. So, you may throw back their question, like mirroring, and see what games they are up to. But, if a narcissist is your superior at work and you have no choice but to stay with them because of the job, we understand sometimes, not only for money, but due to a work permit, reasons why you can't get out of that comfort zone. Then, it's a different approach. So, what should you do? Record every task they give you, or any idea they told for you to do so. And, if it's possible, you secretly voice record it without them knowing, so when the right time comes, you can slam that narcissist very hard. Number 3. Blame shifting. This is also the most common, because they never admit their mistake. When things go wrong about their idea or task given to you, as a boss type, they will shift the blame to you as a scapegoat to save themselves. If the narcissist is your superior at your workplace, another game they usually do is they will mark it as your failure, even if no failure has happened, just because they don't like the result. Just to maintain their superiority, you as an inferior for them, or you as their pushover. For the narcissist mindset, they have a circle of people they only respect, and you're outside of that circle. How to outsmart them. Avoid verbal transactions. If not avoidable, send them a text message by making probing question. For example, "This is what you meant, right? You said this and this, etc. Correct me if I'm wrong." Make sure they respond by text message, so it's clear and documented. Because eventually, when things go wrong, they will shift the blame to you, especially if they know you have a bad memory when debates occur. Number 4. Playing victim. Narcissist people will push you to your limit. They will really push your buttons. That's when you reach your boiling point. They will act and play as a victim. They even do extra mile efforts by influencing other people to side with them. How to outsmart them. Analyze the situation in a logical way. What was the cause of the particular issue? Do not accept right away that you are wrong, knowing you are dealing with a narcissist. Just remember, you're in a mind game war. Number 5. Manipulating. This is the most perfect way to describe narcissist people. They will come up with something to tag you as your weakness. Narcissist people can experience cognitive empathy. That means they can tell what others are feeling. What hurts you, what makes you laugh, what makes you smile. That explains why they are so effective in manipulating emotions. They don't have emotion or compassionate empathy, which means they can tell what hurts you, but they just don't care. They don't feel it. They are numb as hell. When they can no longer manipulate you, they will call you arrogant, stubborn, or having a bad attitude, so you will obey and play by their rules. Do not fall for that trap. Practice this. That your attitude depends on how people treat you. If that person didn't like your attitude, blame themselves. Be aware. Sometimes they will manipulate you by compliment tactics, that you are good and expert at that crap, whatever. In results, you will be flattered and motivated to do all the jobs they request. Then they got you. You fell to their trap. Never, ever accept any evaluation from a narcissist, even if they are your boss. As a subordinate at work or in an organization, do not accept any evaluation, because usually they are not intelligent enough, not qualified enough as juror to evaluate you. You know for yourself what your IQ level is, because you worked hard for your skills and intelligence. But these narcissist bosses, they just became in a superior position due to a long period of career, because there was no other choice or candidate for the position. It could also be due to politics, like influence from higher top tier in the organization. How to outsmart them. Always analyze their personality. Remember their weakness, as you will let them taste their own medicine. Never tell anyone your weakness, even if they exploit it. Defend yourself in an intelligent and logical way that will bounce the blame to them. As I have said, practice that your attitude depends on how people treat you. If that person didn't like your attitude, blame themselves. Number 6. Feeling important. Narcissistic people have a personality disorder that is characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance. Needy of admiration. People like them have a lack of empathy towards others. You might hear this very line often. You should tell me first. I am the boss here. This is very common sense. They want you to report it. Even the very petty thing that's an absolutely no-brainer, no sense at all. They just love to feel the authority that they have a secretary. However, it irritates them when you bother them a lot through reporting. Then they will say, "Why do you have to bother me for this? Is it hard for you to decide?" This makes you pissed off because you don't know what action you're going to take at times. Many times, it will delay your work because of that stupid process. Mostly, these experiences you may encounter from female narcissist boss, but I'm not saying all of them, but the majority of them. Unlike male bosses, which are usually structured and well planned because no emotion involved, we use if and then syntax. If plan A didn't work, then proceed to plan B. If plan B isn't fit as well, then plan C. Simple as that. However, female boss at times, they have unorganized thoughts in decision making. Today they say yes, tomorrow is no, today is left side, tomorrow's right side, whichever benefits them. There is a joke that arguing with females, regardless of age, is like reading a software terms and conditions. You didn't actually read it, you just tick the box. I agree. This simply means do not argue with women because it's a game you just can't win. Another thing, narcissists keep on reminding and teaching you things you don't need to know or you already know, just for them to maintain their ego of the feeling of being important. And if you let them keep doing that, it will torture your mind at times. Do not tolerate them. Cut it out immediately. Also, they will throw it on your face. They will take credits for that and say they taught you that, even if you knew it already. How to outsmart them. Best practice is to knock it off. Cut it out when they do that. Say that I know that already. Forget about giving them a sense of pride, because they are abusive and manipulative. Tell them, yes, I know it. I know that already. I will ask you what I don't know and when I don't know. Do not forget to record or keep a text message as evidence of what they want, so you can slam it on their face in the future when a debate occurs. Number 7. Self-entitlement. Narcissist people often feel a strong sense of entitlement. They are manipulative and have exploitative behaviors. Most of these kinds of people have difficulty forming good relationships. Narcissist people have excessive self-love or self-admiration, oftentimes to the point of being detrimental to one's relationships and overall well-being. They brag themselves to anyone of who they are. Oftentimes, you'll hear this, "Do you know who I am?" They feel like they can have all things in this world, and they feel that they are untouchable. How to outsmart them. Do not absorb of what they're bragging about who they are. Throw them back their words. By offending them by do not care of who they are, so they can taste their own medicine. Number 8. Self-righteous. The most trademark of narcissist people. As you already know, they never admit they are wrong. Oftentimes, they don't admit their mistake. This kind of concept is related to the idea of ethical egoism. They brag themselves at all times and in all things. They always act like they know every single crap in this world. They are the know-it-all person. They don't usually accept any correction from anybody. You might experience this very often when dealing with a narcissist. Like, everything you suggest or input will always not be a good idea. They always object and contradict your idea, because they want their idea to be top-notch and always take the credit. They always do ego-based decision in all matters. They always bring their opinion, think they're better than what you said or better than what you did. How to outsmart them. Ask them for an explanation of why their opinion, idea, or suggestion is better than yours. More often than not, they cannot explain it. And guess what? They love correcting people, but they cannot taste their own medicine. There might be more things that I didn't mention among these 8 most common mind games of a narcissist person. I'm sharing this information that took me 8 years to collect by dealing with toxic narcissist people. It's important to be aware of these common mind games so you'll never be their prey. I hope you're one of the people who needs to hear this. Let me know if you find value on this video, and please hit the subscribe button for more videos.